Well, hello everyone. Welcome to a special Nerdaholics video. This is our first attempt at doing a bit of gameplay stuff and putting it on the channel and seeing how it goes. Technically not first attempt, this is my third attempt of getting this working, so we'll see how that goes. Now, the game, as you can see, is Skyrim, because one, why not? And two, on a slightly more serious note, this is a game I can play for ages and chill out to and relax with and have a fun time. And I can talk about this for ages if I need to. I can talk about the stuff that's going on. And I can also, if things get a little bit quiet, I can talk about other bits and pieces because it's not so intrusive that I can't talk about other random stuff. What's going on? Hey Rob.
You were trying to cross the border,
I don't
right?
remember your name because you're just random horse thief guy.
Imperial
You're Jarl Ulfric.
same as
I don't
us.
like you.
And that thief
Sorry,
over there.
can't say that out loud just at this
Damn
point.
you stormcloaks. Skyrim was
here.
fine until you came
Now,
along. Empire was nice.
Okay, so a couple of little things that we're going to try and do for this playthrough. Like I said, this is going to be a bit of a semi-review,
You and me. We shouldn't be here. It's these
semi
stormcloaks
just
the
chill
Empire
out,
wants.
relax, running through the
We're all
game, just to
brothers
see
and
what
sisters
happens.
in binds now.
Now, in terms of how I'm going to play it, I'm going to put off the main
What's wrong
missions
with
until I've
him,
done the
Watch
main
your
story
tongue.
missions, until I've
You're
done
speaking
all
to
the sort of
Ulfric Stormcloak,
faction
the
quests, as
true
it were.
High King.
So that's the companions,
Jarl
that
Windhelm?
is the College of
You're the
Winterhold,
leader of the rebellion.
Thieves Guild,
What if they capture
and
you?
Dark Brotherhood.
Gods,
Now,
where
how
are
I
they
tackle
taking
those
us?
is basically going to be a case of
don't know
I'm going
where
to
we're
play
going.
them as they come up. So I'll probably have a few of them going all at the same time, but we'll
this
see.
can't be
We'll try and mix it up
happening.
a little
This
bit to make it a
isn't
bit more interesting and a bit more fresh.
Hey,
Now,
what village are
the
you
Civil
from,
War,
horse thief?
I'll try and do
do you
afterward.
care?
I'll do after I've done those,
A Nord's
unless it
last
comes up
thoughts.
as something I really kind of should tackle at that point.
Rorikstead.
And then I'll work from
I'm
there.
from Rorikstead.
I haven't picked a side for it yet. It depends on what character I roll. I have here a 10-sided dice. I'm going to roll.
Sure. Mara,
So
Dibella,
depending
Kinnereth,
on what number I
Akatosh,
get, depends on what race I
Divines,
be.
please
So
help me.
with 1 being the first one on the list and 0 being 10. So
Look at
we'll just go in alphabetical
General
order
Tully is
with the
the
number,
military
and we'll work out
governor.
how that goes from there.
And it looks like
We're
the
going to
Dalmor
talk
are
about
with
some bits
them.
and pieces as we go through. At the moment, I'm playing this on the
I bet
PlayStation
they
4.
had something to do
There are
with
no
this.
mods at this point. I do have access to mods, but I'm not going to put any on just yet, mainly because I don't feel it's necessary.
This is
The main on the PlayStation
used
4, the
to be
only
sweet on a
real mods you
curve.
get hold of would be
Wonder
like
if
weather
Elon
things
is
and
still
things to
making
add more to the
juniper
Civil
berries.
War stuff. I had a look through before I started just to see
When
if
I
there was
was a
anything
boy,
worth having.
Imperial
And at this point,
walls and
probably not.
towers used to make me feel so safe.
But you know, well, like I said, we'll play and see. If anyone suggests anything, I'll add those to it and we'll see how it goes. So here we go, almost up to the point now.
Why? I want to watch the
Now,
soldiers.
Inside the house.
just trying to think of what, in terms of this opening, and we'll talk about this opening once we've done the character creation stuff. But
Why are we stopping?
Why
this
did
opening
they
is a little bit long because
end
it's
the
taken
line?
us like what 5 minutes to get to this point, and nothing's happened
Let's
yet.
go.
All I've had to do is sit and
Shouldn't
listen to
keep the gods
exposition.
waiting for
Now,
us.
you go through it once, it's not the end of the world. You're going through it like the 6th or 7th playthrough, then it's like,
Face your
yeah,
death
this
with
is,
some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them.
This is
we
a bit
worked
much.
with you. This is a mistake.
Step towards the block when
there
we
we
call
go,
your name.
off we get.
One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Empire loves their damn lists. Yeah, they love their lists for a reason.
Jarl of Windhelm.
But where's he go?
It has been an honor.
Why is he standing behind me?
Jarl Ulfric.
Ralof of Riverwood.
Oh dear. Right, you're going to be in trouble in a moment, mate, because they're going to shoot you.
Lokir of Rorikstead.
Look here.
No, I'm not a
Roxas.
rebel.
I'm not a
You
rebel.
can't
You
do
can't do
this.
this. Sorry, I shouldn't be reading the lines out loud,
You're not
because
gonna kill me.
if the sound is working correctly, you should be hearing everything they're saying.
Anyone else feel
I might
like
have a
running?
quick tinker with the sound in a second
Wait.
after just to make sure this is
You
all
there.
okay.
Step forward.
Wait, you step forward. Here we go. So,
Who are you?
depends what we got. So, okay, so 1 is Argonian, 2 is Breton, 3 is Dark Elf, etc., 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 etc. 9 for Red Guard, and 10 for Wood Elf. Okay, let's roll the dice and see what we get. And we've got 1. 1. Argonian. How am I what am I going to do as an Argonian? Sorry, I had this idea in my head that if I was playing like a Breton or an elf or something, I could make the character look a bit like Sean, and that would be quite... I'd just do that as a little in-joke. But I obviously can't do that with a lizard man, because Sean don't look like no lizard man. But, okay, gender, why not? Odds for male, evens for female. Odds, so it's going to be male. Okay, we're not going to do anything with the presets there because we're going to have fun with this. Well, there's only two complexions, brown or... Okay, oh, okay. No, I'm not going to do anything with that. Like that. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what to make him look like. I suck at character creation anyway. But it's like now, it's just... Oh, big eyes. Yeah, I suck at character creation anyway, so it's like now it's just... That's just... Yeah. I'm really just mucking about with this as I go. Because I have no clue of what to do. Spiky eyebrows. Okay, we'll go spiky eyebrows. I played Argonian before, but just for like a chill out run. I did it just as a thing, just so I could say I've played, you know. And I have a little bit of an idea of what I can do with it, but why not? And this is the general setup I have when I play an Argonian character. It's just make him look like a human dragon hybrid, because I think that looks pretty cool when he's doing the fire breath stuff. But okay, this has really caught me off guard. Well, I was going to do it as Sean, so let's call him Sean the Argonian. Have I just skipped it and called him Sean
One of the
the?
Rift and dock workers, Argonian.
Oh
Captain, what should
God!
we do? He's not on the
He's
list.
called Sean the.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
Okay, Sean
By your
the.
orders, Captain.
You.
I'm sorry. We'll make sure you remain so return
Oh
to Black.
God!
Follow the
Right,
captain,
okay.
prisoner.
Right. I don't like how they look, the Imperials in this. I don't. No, I've probably said this already, but I don't like the idea of them looking like they're from the Roman Empire. I liked how they looked in Oblivion, where they were all full-on plate mail. They look pretty badass. I thought, yeah, this is pretty cool. General Tullius talking down Ulfric Stormcloak. I'd like to know how they caught Ulfric Stormcloak before they get to this point. Because basically the war at this point is won. The war is won, and the only reason they lose is because of plot convenience with the dragon.
Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius.
And the thing is, it'd actually probably be more impactful if Ulfric Stormcloak wasn't here. If that was Rolf, and like Hadvar talking to him, and then that way you have a bit more connection of what's going on. So Hadvar saying, Rolf, you're the leader of these men, you were all captured as part of the Civil War, Ulfric Stormcloak's not going to be on your side. It's like, having him here kind of cheapens the fact that, you know, he's supposed to be the leader of all the Stormcloaks, because it's like, no mate, you're just here on the back of a wagon like the rest of us.
Can you say the same?
So, ooh, lovely.
You Imperial bastards!
You Imperial bastard.
Justice!
Oh dear. See, this is the problem. This
As
opening
fearless
just
as
has too
death,
much waiting at this
as it
point.
was in
I'm
life.
just waiting for stuff to do.
The lizard!
Next, the lizard. Oh, that's racist.
There it is again.
See, no one
Did you
likes
hear that?
Argonians. No one likes them.
I said next.
And all we're doing
prisoner.
is what we're supposed
To
to
the
do.
block, prisoner.
We're
Nice
just
and easy.
chilling out on our own, doing our thing. Alright, well, let's get to it. Alright. So, this is my third attempt at getting this going, because the last two times I've done this, the game glitched at about this point.
Sentries. What do you
But it
see?
looks like it's not this time, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm playing the special edition version of this on the PlayStation 4. Mainly because it's the version I have access to. This is actually the 4th version of this game I've played. I played the original version on the PlayStation 3, the special edition on PlayStation 3. I also have played briefly the PC version, even though I never actually owned it. But I've also played, and now I'm playing the PlayStation 4 version.
What is that thing?
The main reason I bought the PlayStation 4 version was I had got rid of the PlayStation 3 version when I got rid of my PS3 when it broke. And I kind of wanted to continue playing it. And with all this, it's just kind of... And plus the opportunity to use mods, even though Sony, being Sony, have very severely limited it.
This way,
Okay, let's go.
Move!
In terms of what mods you can and can't use. Oh, there he is. Right, well, I'm not waiting for anyone else because I know where I'm not supposed to go. Now I can take over my own speed. Just rush straight through because I'm not really interested in hanging around too much in this beginning. Because see, at this point, after we get into the tower, we stop being on range, and that's good because I'm a little bit tired. It's not I'm tired of it. It's just kind of, it's a little bit controlling, you know. I'm just a bit tired. I should really wait. Let's play the. There we go. Here it is. Come on, Hadvar. Hurry up. Hurry up. I'm rushing through this because I'm not waiting for you. Not quite sure what happened there. Sean B. Sean B. What the hell is going on there? Oh no. At least they're trying to kill the dragon. I know it's Alduin and they have no chance against it, but you know, at least they're trying. Roll through damned traitor.
You're not stopping us this time.
You kind of get the impression that these two were friends as kids, but they never really do anything with it. You never see, if you pick one side over the other, I'm going to go the Imperial way for this one. This mainly just because I think you get slightly better swords with the Imperial one, even though you can pick them up later. I'll talk about, when I get to the Civil War stuff, I'll talk about the Civil War stuff. But I have no particular desire to be associated with the Stormcloaks.
Was that really a dragon?
Generally speaking, do not approve of them in terms of the overall mentality,
those bindings off.
Being very isolationist and essentially racist.
There you go. Take a look around. There should
When
be
it
plenty of
doesn't
gear
make
to choose
sense
from.
for them to be.
I'm going to see if I can find something for these burns.
I'm not expecting them to be like super multicultural, but I was kind of half expecting them to be
That thing is still out there.
better than they are, or better than they're portrayed, you know? Now let's get myself. Yeah. One of the other rules I'm going to be working on is going to be that I will not really be forging stuff. I'm only going to basically upgrade the skills that I need to upgrade as I go. And I am going to be a dual-wielding warrior lizard, because that is awesome. I don't generally tend to dual-wield. I generally tend to get very magic-heavy when I play the game. So I think this time doing a more of a warrior build will be quite nice. It'd be nice to see sort of how my stats evolve and grow. I'm not waiting for you to turn around and look at me. I know I'm attacking you rather than you attacking me, which makes me the aggressor, but quite frankly, I'm not really all that bothered.
I can get that
Take
door
all that. Take that. Gonna. When it comes down to it, I'm only going to try and loot what I need rather than everything, but I do have a penchant to kind of be a bit of a pack rat. I will pick up anything and everything I find along my way, and yeah. Oh, seems catching it. Now, in terms of sort of an action-y opening, it's all, after that first bit being a bit long and boring, this bit isn't exactly massively long, but it's probably a little bit longer than it needs to be, setting up with where everything's going. It also creates a bit of a sense of urgency with the dragon, which is kind of a bit of a problem with a lot of these games. And you know, anyone who's played an open world game kind of knows. Now, some of them aren't a problem. Ultimately, you've got to kind of work out. Sorry, I shouldn't say it like that. When you play a game like this, a big open world game, you kind of want to go off and explore and do your own thing. The main story's there if you want to do it, but you don't really have to do it, you know? And the problem with this opening is it throws you straight into, you know,
this way.
It throws you straight into everything being, well, like there's a dragon's on the loose. You've got to do something about it. Same with Fallout 4. It's like your child gets kidnapped, you've got to go save him. And it's kind of like you're thinking anything else is you playing the game wrong. And it's like I don't really want to be playing the game wrong. I don't want to feel like I'm doing the wrong thing just because I'm playing the game the way I want to play it, you know? Now,
you fellows happened along just in time.
The only sort of way around this is it's kind of you basically have to set things up. So let's say if I was playing the game, rather than going straight into having dragons emerge, it's like, you know, you're just escaping from being a prisoner. So set it up to be a bit more about the Civil War, and then after that it's a case of, right, you've escaped, you can go and do what you like, and then, you know, maybe you go to Whiterun and you talk to Jarl Balgruuf for the first time. You get the thing about the dragons. A dragon's appeared at that watchtower, and they ask you to go and have a look. You know, maybe they do it like that, just as a way of pitching a brand new way of like just showing off the game, you know? So not showing off the game, but just of getting into it. So that way, it's like, you know, okay, but you're off on your own. It's like, you know, they maybe give you a little hint, like, okay, well, you're part of this. They think you're on our side. You can go to them and talk to them and get out of it, or you can come and join us. But why don't you head to Whiterun for now? We'll mark it on your map, and you know, get yourself set up with a new kit and take your life back.
Are we supposed to go? Where's the way out?
And that way, once you get there, you can basically play the game any way you want, and it doesn't feel like there's too much pressure to start the story about the dragons. How did they get so many? See, this is a worrying thing when you think about this fortress, right? There is a giant hole leading to this basement that is filled with Stormcloak soldiers. Now, okay, you can imagine that half of these guys are guys who are asleep.
What are you doing?
Sorry. You can imagine that half of these guys are people who are escaping, but then, you know, how everything is kind of set up for this, they shouldn't be escaping. These shouldn't be escaping. These should be coming to do a rescue, which means there is a way into this place from the off, just by going through the basement, and that feels a bit wrong, or it feels a bit easy, I should say. It's like,
Show me what.
yeah, you die. You die for me.
Let's see if we can find a way out.
Like I said, we're only gonna pick up and take what we need. And we're playing Argonian, so we don't really need to take much in the way of a lot of things, really. But like I said, we're just playing this for fun. I know there's stuff up there. I'm not going to get it. I don't care. I'm just going to get it. Oh. So the dragon attack is still going on, and it's causing enough damage that you can feel the vibrations in the earth. And it's kind of like, oh, here we go, Hobbit stuff. Spiders coming from the ceiling. Stamina low. Die, spider, die. See, it just says I've been poisoned. Argonians cannot be poisoned, so I don't know if that's actually a genuine poisoning, or if just the game doesn't know what it's supposed to be doing. Because as an Argonian, I should be immune to all diseases. See, that's some of the stuff that annoys me a little bit. Stuff like that should not be an issue this day and age. If you're going to do the lore right, you're going to do it properly. And it says, oh, if it's just like, oh no, I'm heavily poison resistant, well that doesn't make sense, because in every other game, Argonians have been immune to poison. That was like the advantage of playing them, if you played them. It's one of the big reasons to play an Argonian. We'll sneak up against you, just to get a bit... Okay, didn't get anything on my sneak spike. Kill the bear. I'm rattling through this, because the beginning, to me, is a bit boring. At this point, it's kind of like, you know what? I've done this so many times, and I thought about doing the Start Anywhere mod for this, just for this playthrough, just to kind of see what happens, see where I go, see what happens with it. But I thought, no, I'm not going to, because I'm gonna play this game legit, no mods. We'll see how it goes. I think I've got the setting down relatively low in terms of sort of difficulty in combat, mainly because, like I said, oh, this is more of a chill out. Oh, there goes our Alduin. This is meant to be more for fun than anything else. Going over to
Looks like
Bleak
he's
Falls
gone for
Barrow.
good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes
Come on,
back.
Hadvar. Let's get out of here.
Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith.
Oh,
there. I'm
trophy.
sure he'd
Yay.
help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
See, now here's the interesting thing. I haven't downloaded... this is a separate game file. Not game file, a separate account on my PlayStation for Nerdaholics stuff. And it's telling me that stuff I get at the Creation Club is on my normal, just personal one. And for some reason, Creation Club stuff is coming up on this game. So that's an interesting little factoid I can use for the future. I know he's running after me, he's trying to talk to me, but I don't care. He'll catch up when he catches up. Okay, we're doing a warrior build at the moment, so I'm going to go for the warrior stone. Just make combat a little bit easier, because that's always good. Specifically, my running around my swords. Whoosh, whoosh. I really do like this game. Look at this. This is some really quite beautiful scenery. Now, I know Bethesda games are buggy as all sin when they first come out, and they do usually get patched quite a bit, either by fans on the PC or by Bethesda themselves over the course of time. But you know what? I'm happy with this. I'm happy with how this kind of works out. Because even with the bugs, if I get a game that looks like this, I'm actually really quite happy with that. Where's the wolf gone? I'm looking straight ahead. Oh, there he is. Come here, you. Come here. Don't make me chase you. Fine, you run away then. You run away. Oh. Oh, you won't run away. You will die. Oh. Now you come back. Now you come back. Well, I've eaten you, killed you, taking your pelts, because pelts are fun. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get to Riverwood.
I'm glad you decided to come with me. We're almost to
we'll talk to Hadvar's relative, and I think we'll call the mission done there, at least for the start. So we'll see how this kind of plays through and uploads, and tell you what, let's not worry about that. Let's take here. So, we've got to Riverwood. We've escaped the foul menaces of Alduin and the problems at Helgen. And we will call this a time. And we will talk to Hadvar's relatives
Things look quiet enough.
at the beginning of part 2. And I will see you there.